Is it Sherry, dude?
Yep. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Good afternoon by 2 minutes.
Hello.
Uncle Doug's here off to the side for the comments and things like that. I'm popping some grapes and some strawberries and cheese and wheat thins. Got some good snacky snacks. Looks like Peggy's in here. And Sherry. And Diane. And Jean and Renee. So good to see you guys. We have a super cool Woodland global thing or theme to go over today. My Backstage Pass ladies who subscribe every month, they got a sneak peek of the finished designs and kind of what we're offering. There were a ton of ladies that were pre-ordering a bit early, so that's great. And I did add an eyelet pack next to the rivet pack. So we have the eyelets in solid brass on the retail and wholesale site, but we don't have them in this warm bronze plated color on the sites. So you can also get that right next to the rivet pack. That was added this morning. But there are some cool new things that we haven't seen before, and then there are some things that we have seen before, but they have been designed a bit differently than what we have in the past. Hi, Monica. Hi, Sherry. So good to see everybody. But I decided that I should actually start leaving the old designs in the products that I reuse again, so you guys are able to have like a queue of all the designs that I've made with that specific product, so then you're able to go back and look and be like, oh my gosh, I can use this many ways, or this many ways, or just a bunch of inspiration for you guys. Yes, so good, Diane. It is yummy. Rosa's in here. It's good to see you, Rosa. All you beautiful souls. I'm super excited for today. This is the giveaway for our lady or male, but probably a lady.
I'm going to win.
Yeah, Uncle Doug's going to win. So at the end of the live, we do a giveaway as long as you not just but you have to love the live to be able to be entered into the giveaway. And then we randomly select somebody to win this beautiful loot that we have here. Of course, Renee. So the rivets that are on the live shop, we'll go over this a little bit later too, but those are the rivets that I've been talking about and using in all of my designs. So now you guys all have access to the rivets that I use personally. So I'm glad that we were able to get that for you guys. We have quite a few blanks in this one. Some different sized blanks and some different formatted blanks. You get a C for Corian. Because I'm so amazing. Uncle Doug's like, oh brother, yes you are. Love it. So funny. So this is the giveaway for at the end of the live. So stay tuned, and as long as you have a heart on the live, a heart reaction, then yes. Connie, I emailed you about a change in my order. Please check. Thanks. Was that a warehouse order or a design order? You'll have to let me know, and then, because I didn't see any come in recently, but I'll take another peek here at the end. And if it's something that design needs to take care of, then I'll get that forwarded to the live shop email. So the live shop design team, they have their email listed down below, liveshop@vintage.com. And then we'll go over how to order. And if you're not comfortable ordering straight from Facebook, which it's super easy, you can visit the website down below, vintageliveshop.com, and there's a warehouse drop down, and then you'll just go into warehouse sale, and then you'll see all of the products at the top that are listed for today, as well as the products that we have already covered in past lives. So this is super beautiful. This was probably my favorite piece out of everything once it gets to focusing.
Camera change.
Yeah, camera change. Super beautiful. It's a Cupid. Can you see his arrow? Lovely. So there's a lot of cool components in here, like some blanks that are already embossed or etched. And here's that ugly owl Peggy was talking. Peggy always talks about. This is a piece that I have to figure out how to make beautiful.
Paint it.
I don't know. I think we need to do a little bit more than just paint this thing, but
paint fangs on it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's a challenge. But some really cool, unique vintage pieces that you probably have not seen before. These are kind of like one-offs or sample pieces that we've gotten in the past that have been jumbled into our scoop bin.
Cheektowaga.
Yeah.
Cheektowaga?
Cheektowaga. Judy. Hi, Lynn and Glenna. Okay, Connie. I'll take a peek at that and get that fixed up for you. No worries. Thank you for the heads up, because that'll remind me to check at the end of the live. So I'll make sure that I get that change for you.
So Rosa said that she wants that stash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe she'll win it today, right?
Yes.
It's random. But what are ladies' thoughts on doing some scoops again? We were doing some scoops, $100 scoops. Should we bring that back? Maybe not as long of a segment, but just do a short scoop segment.
Yeah.
What do you ladies think?
Because I know we do the mystery packs for $100, but those are more curated. So if you want something that's, literally we're scooping out of our big miscellaneous bin, like these are all components that came from the miscellaneous bin. You're telling me that piece is a challenge. You're right, Peggy. It is. But yeah, so the scoop lots end up being just a bit larger than this. So if you're interested in doing the scoop lots again, we can probably pull that out for Wednesday. So if you guys didn't get the heads up yet, I told my stash ladies yesterday during the master class that Wednesday and Friday next week, they are flip-flopped. So not only are you going to see me today, and not only did my stash ladies see me yesterday, you all will see me on Wednesday next week instead of Friday. Ian has surgery on Thursday, so I'm taking Thursday and Friday off to make sure, he's taken care of. I don't want him doing too much, especially when we have 4 dogs at the house, so I don't want him to strain anything, stress anything. Oh, yay, Jean loved her 6-pack mystery pack. She just got him, she said. Lovely. So, all you have to do to enter for this giveaway is love the live by the end of the live, and then we will randomly select who gets to win it. So I'll put Jean's comment up there right now as I'm switching gears into the things that I want to start with. And I think we'll start with not my connector packs yet. Let's do my flower bracelet first, because that is a piece that we have visited before. And then we'll probably do the leaves and the flower pack next. And then we'll dive into the rest of the demo, because that filigree frame with that blank in the center is super duper cool, you guys. So I think I'm going to save that one for last, because that takes a bit longer than the rest of it. But just make sure that you have, so I see some people are putting some hearts in the comments, so I'm going to show you real quick where we do that, okay? You guys will notice that I'm about 30 seconds behind, or ahead of everybody. But this heart right here is what you're going to select to be entered into the giveaway. by the end of the live. So keep your eyes open for that and keep your fingers clicking on that heart button. And it's free, right? It's just free to click the heart button. It's free to win this. You just have to win over everybody else. All right, I'm going to pull this off to the side there. And we'll start with this beautiful flower bracelet. I am going to put the cart number up so you guys are able to purchase from the comments here. So, for anybody that's new to order, all you have to do is type in the comments whatever I have in parentheses right above me. So for instance, if you type cart 100 in the comments and press enter, it's going to prompt your cart to be put into your messenger app on Facebook. So it's super easy. You don't even have to go to the live shop. Oh, you should be able to have one, Rosa. I wonder if it's just hidden. All right, so that's a massive giveaway by the end of the live as long as you heart the live. So that's a bunch of product, a bunch of DIY jewelry components. All you have to do is heart the live and ensure that you have made at least one product purchase on the warehouse site. Well, it looks like I'm glitching a little bit, so hopefully that clears up. I'm going to take a minute to get my bracelet stuff ready here because this is such a super easy construction, but it's such a beautiful bracelet. You'll need some Loctite for that tiny Swarovski crystal flat back that goes right in the center of the flower there. And while hopefully my quality gets up here, maybe we'll change the streaming quality. Oh, I can't change the streaming quality. It's all the way up, but I was thinking maybe if we took it down a little bit. There we go. That looks a little bit better. So this is that flower bracelet that we're going to construct here very shortly. So pretty with that little jewel there in the middle. And it's bracelet curved perfectly. So we will do a little sneak peek of what that looks like. And then we will show you how to do it. And it's so easy, you guys. So that's how it's laying on my wrist. It's an absolute must, and I did add some more photos to the product photos of past ones that we've done before. The chain that I used, CH35, it's an etched chain. This is, I believe this one's just natural brass. So it's a natural brass CH35. It's etched and unsoldered, so you are able to open and close those links for direct connection. I don't even think I didn't use any other jump rings. I just used chain, a clasp, there we go, and my flower. So you don't even need a whole lot to be able to do this. So I'm going to take my flower here and just give it just a little bit. Yes, Rosie, if you put in an order this morning, that does count. So do the pre-orders. All of that counts.
I think we're going to have to hire Peggy as our customer service.
I know.
She's like jumping in. She helps find the likes
awesome.
for the videos. She's answering our...
Hi, Candy.
Thank you, Peggy.
Peggy's amazing. All right, so bend with your fingers. It's a very easy piece to get with your fingers. Just a slight bracelet curve. You don't want to go too crazy, and you don't need any tools to do that. So that's looking pretty good for my curve. And then I'm going to ensure that I do grab my hole punch here because I don't want to forget about that. So in this top flower, if you're going to go back to front since it's dapped. What was the order number? Oh, the part number for the chain is CH35. Let's make sure that I get this. I found out that I can't zoom like I could for my Stash subscription on the live here with Switcher for whatever reason. So I can't do any zooming, but I hope that you guys are able to see everything that I'm doing here. So I just punched a hole there in the top flower. I'm just going to wiggle it out. So you can see that there. This is probably one of my favorite all-time pieces. It's so beautiful, and you can use it in so many different ways. Of course, Peggy. Peggy, Jean and I were just talking about you yesterday, about how you were always the first person to pre-order. And we're like, how does she even know when we put up the products? Like, you have to be sitting there, like, refreshing the warehouse sale tab or something, because you were just on the dot every time.
Candy's talking to us in code. I haven't figured it out yet.
Talking to us in code? Oh my goodness. No, you can't. I'm not going to understand any of that.
I think she's holding the Alt key down while she types.
Oh, maybe. That's funny. It's definitely not. It's computer language.
We speak alien every day, Peggy.
That's funny. All right, so with this big leaf here, I just bend it out a little bit because I need enough room for my loop end to go in through here, and then you'll close it up later. So I'm going to take my stem and I'm going to create a loop, but I want it to be a pretty big loop. So I'm just gonna kind of guide my pliers down the stem as I'm looping, because I need to pull this tail through that opening there between the leaf and the stem. And I'm gonna keep looping until I get a nice open loop. You can smooth that out a little bit if you need to by continuing the loop. And then now on the front side, you're going to take the leftover stem down here and continue that loop following the stem back down. There we go. And make sure that I stay in the screen for you guys. And I might clip just a tiny bit of this off, depending on how close I can get it to my stem here. We're looking pretty good. I don't think I'll need to, because I got it pretty close to right on top. So then it's very seamless and it doesn't bulge out, and it keeps the whole stem. But I might clip that now that I'm seeing that on the screen. Taryn from Texas. That's awesome. I've been to Texas once. I went to Waco, Texas.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
I had a fun time down there. I really like Texas a lot. We went in the colder months though. So, hi Wendy. Good, I'm glad, Rosa. If you're speaking with customer service, then you're speaking with Krista, and she's amazing. All right. So now that you have your loop through the stem there, you're just going to push your leaf back up so it's back to where you need it. Just like that. Doesn't even look like you altered it. And then you grab your chain.
Do you know if we have any more of those printed little mouse or strawberry?
Somewhere.
Do you have any excess overstock on those?
Somewhere, I think.
Maybe.
So.
We'll look around.
Yeah. So the CH35 chain links went straight into that hole punch. Where's my other piece? That we punched up in the flower there. And then our other side, our chain link goes directly into that loop that we made right here. And then all you have to do is take a little bit of Loctite and glue your jewel right in the center. So beautiful. I love it. This is one of my favorite pieces. And I even took the, what do we call it? The night market pieces that I designed, and I put those photographs in this product listing as well, so you guys could take a peek at those. So there's a lot of different designs that I have with this piece specifically in the product listing now, in the case that you need some other things to design using your flower pack. So super easy. Not much goes into this one, but it is absolutely stunning. So I'm going to pull off the flower pack. Of course, Jean. While we move on to our next bracelet. I'm going to come down at an angle here a little bit and see if that helps some. This one's so cute. And I thought that putting the eyelets down would be the best bet, since I did use an eyelet for the center of this piece. I don't have many of these leaf packs left, ladies. I checked my stock early this morning to see how many I could do, and I think there's only 5 more available. Jean, if you were the one asking for the squirrels and mushroom, just email me at warehouse@vintage.com, or yes. I had to think about that for a minute. There's so many different sites and emails and things that we have to keep track of. Warehouse@vintage.com, and then I will get looking for those pieces, because sometimes I forget things and I don't want to be forgetting things. There we go. So our leaf pack, I only have 5 of these packs left. They are natural brass. They do have some an etched design pattern to it. These are so cool. They're called our falling leaves. I love these so much. They're so cute, but I know that they're probably going to sell out pretty quick. So get your hands on them. I'll pull this up a bit more, and then I'll show you guys what the bracelet looks like on, and then we'll do a full look at the end as well. Bring out our next flower pack. These are some beautiful roses. Love, love, love. So I am going to make that cart number up next, and I'll flip between the cart numbers in the case that you want one or the other, both. Cart 102 for the roses, and then it'll be cart 101 for the leaf pack. And then we have our eyelets here that I'm going to pull out. You get 150 eyelets in the warehouse listing for the eyelets, and 150 pieces of the rivets. So those are no-brainers, especially for $18. So I'm going to pick up another cart number here so you guys are able to pick up the eyelet pack while we are using this for a second. Hi, Debbie. Oh, her pre-order's done. She loved the selection this week. She's getting ready for a wedding rehearsal. So fun.
Grown?
I think she has to babysit some dog, or puppy sit some dogs and things. That's why we were gonna hold our order for her, so it doesn't get lost. Because I know the post office is holding our orders, but just want to make sure.
Taken by the front porch bandits.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so the eyelet pack. These are antique bronze plated eyelets. It's a little hard to see, but that ensures, so a rivet has the closed head, and eyelet has the open, so you're able to still put a jump ring through the eyelets there. Hi, Cookie. Alright, so eyelet pack is cart 103. Eyelets were not available during the pre-order, only the rivets were. So make sure you get up on these. It's a no-brainer. These are the eyelets that I use, and then the rivets will probably bring up around the time that I do the dragonfly earrings. So yet again, another super easy construction. You do need to grab your bench block and your hammers.
Do you know what? Just the names on this live make me hungry. We got Candy, we got Cookie.
Oh, I know. I know. Give me some cookies.
I gotta go get some cookies.
Cookies.
And
Yes.
go to the fridge and find some of those chocolate chips again.
Ooh, Stephanie loves to dog sit. That's fun. Especially if they have. So you like cats too? I like cats to an extent. My old roommate's cat I hated because that cat destroyed my curtains, my couch, and the roommate never replaced that stuff. Imagine that. No longer a roommate. But the cat that I found for my parents I adored. And a bunch of that stuff. So let's get into business here. So we pulled out an eyelet. You don't have to extend the holes of these leaves. They're actually the perfect size for this, so that's amazing. You don't even need a bead awl for this one. I almost dropped my ruler. Go ahead and grab your hammer, and you are going to slowly
Peggy it.
Hammer it. Peggy it, because Peggy loves hammering. Hi, Chris. So good to see you, too. Well, they do put edible roses on cakes. Oh, that's true.
That's true. So we got cookies, roses, and
and Rosa.
Candy.
The roses are perfect for you today, for sure. All right. I wonder if I can actually bring over my light just a tiny bit more to illuminate some of that dark. Cool. Something like that. I'm always worried about how things look on the screen. So, hold your two sides of your leaves, and using the rounded or smaller side of your hammer, you're just going to start tapping down, and you'll see that it's starting to mushroom. And it's going to mushroom over top of your two loops for your leaves. I'm going to pause every so often so you guys are able to see how it's mushrooming over top. And it's okay if your leaves slide a little bit because you're able to adjust those before you get it all clamped down. Dang, we have to use a hammer. If it's not hammer time, it's cutting time. And I always find some sort of tool that we need to use to accomplish these designs. So you can see that it's still mushrooming out. There we go. Just like that. And I might even, so if you like slowly pull it, you can maneuver it just a bit. I don't want to do that too much. I probably also would have taken this side. I would have put the leaves, I wasn't quite thinking too well. I would have put the leaves upside down on the rivet like I did with this one, so the nicer side is out. But it doesn't look too bad if you hammer even. Just like that. And then you just take a jump ring. This is the one that I used in the tiny jump ring pack. We'll grab this one here. And my pliers. Stephanie loves her cutting time. Alright, we're going to open up this jump ring. slide it through our eyelet hole in between our two pieces there. And then I'm going to slide my rose on. And then I'm going to close this jump ring. Just like that. Beautiful. And then just with your fingers, I would hold the center so you don't move the eyelet around or break anything off. Slowly bend your leaves into a bracelet curve, which you don't need a massive curve going on if it's just going on your wrist. Beautiful. So bring that up a bit. And then that sits very nicely centered like that. Also, don't forget, if you spend $200, you get the things, or get some of the things that we have made during the lives. So you get a little gift.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
nice.
cute.
Yeah.
So you get little gifts, because I don't need two of everything. So if you spend over $200, then you get a little gift put into your order. It's love from the warehouse, we say. Love from the warehouse. All right, so that one was also super easy. I did add some, what was it? What's mermaid fin? I did add a little bit of mermaid fin to the finished one, and then I relieved it. But I don't think, there's just a slight difference, if you can see. It's a little bit hard with the lighting we have right now, but this one's a bit brighter and just a smaller tint of, just a little tint of blue. I love it though. All right, so that one's done. I'm going to flip back to the flower pack quickly in the case that you want the flower pack. And then I will also swing back over to the leaf pack before we get into our next leaf pack. This live shouldn't be too crazy. And I already have some designs thought out for Wednesday, which I'm super excited for. Those might be a bit more smaller quantities on some of the kit things, because I think I only have 4 of each kit thing, and then there's a few other things that are gorgeous that will be for sale. Gorgeous. All right, and then that leaf pack, cart 101, if you missed that earlier, which I have to see how many we have left of those. 3 left of the leaf pack. We're still looking okay on the rose pack, but there's only 3 left of that leaf pack. So make sure you pick that up. Thank you, Stephanie. You're so sweet. Back to work, Rosa. We'll see you. Thanks for joining us. Love you much. Bye-bye. All right. So, which I'm sure if Rosa purchased, and you don't have to be present to win the giveaway. I will try to message you, but she might win it. Who knows? Who knows? It's random. All right. So we're going to get those pulled off to the side there. Next, we're going to bring on my leaf pack. One of my leaf packs. I think I have one more leaf pack after this. With my abalone. Abalone is so beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hi, Karen. Love to see you. I'll bring these up just a tiny bit here. So these leaves are super cool because it's a dap, but then an inverted dap on the same piece. So it's got more of a squiggle look to it. It's very detailed. So you can see there how it indents down and indents up on the other side. solid brass. It's got a ton of texture, and then it's got a hole punch there on each of them. So this leaf is beautiful. With my morning order and what I just bought, I think I spent over $200 in the warehouse. Perfect. Then you'll be getting a nice old freebie. We love that. I'm gonna pop a green grape. That grape's huge.
It's like a whole drink, isn't it?
Grapes are so good though. All right. So leaf pack is up. And then we're also going to bring on this hoop pack. And then we'll flip in between the both of these. So the hoop pack's going to be cart 105. Bring those over a little bit so you guys can see. Do you guys remember when we did the ring keeper necklaces? The magic necklaces? This is the same piece that goes in there. This is a 10K gold plated brass based teardrop hoop. And it's got 2 holes on the paddles up top. Trying to make sure you guys can see that. So not only can you do the ring keeper necklaces, but you can also do these earrings. And I think I re-uploaded those photos into the product listing in the case that you forgot how to make them. They would be perfect for markets coming up or any sales that you guys have. Judy, if you email me warehouse@vintage.com, just let me know and then I will update your order. Not a problem. All right. So, also an extremely easy construction here, which I think it would be super beautiful if you kind of painted this leaf to match the abalone down there. So cute. But I'm going to make a loop here at the top of one of my leaves. So I am going to bring us up just a tiny bit so I can see. So grabbing from the top of the leaf here, I'm going to loop it back behind because I kind of wanted a hidden loop action with the leaf. So I didn't necessarily want to see the loop from the top or from the front. I actually need to bring this over just a bit more here. I love how malleable our metals are. I want it to center out just a bit. And then I might just pull it up. Nice. And that's perfect. So I believe I used an ER006, which are available again on wholesale and retail. This is ERV006, it's solid brass, and then ER006 or 006 is the natural brass part number. So you just open and close your loop to your ear wire with the loop you created on the back of your leaf. And then I don't have any extra of the abalone. The abalone I found in the mystery scoop bin for the bead scoops. So if you got a mystery bead scoop, you actually might have a couple in your scoops. So keep an eye out for those if you want to use the abalone. I'm going to open up a jump ring here and slide the jump ring, but I need to kind of squish the 2 paddles together a bit more so I can get my jump ring through, and then it will recenter itself. Perfect. Because if you're going to use a long bead or a long piece of abalone, like I did here, I had to use a JR45 so it would drop low enough from this thin part up here to be able to swing in the center freely. But it won't go side to side because you have the paddles up here that are preventing that. So I'm going to take another jump ring here. Probably a little bit of a smaller one, I think. There we go. Also from the tiny jump ring pack. I swear almost those are almost the only jump rings that I use now are from that pack. And grab our finished one here, our finished leaf. I'm going to string my jump ring through that hole. And then where's my hoop? Slide my hoop on that jump ring. Close it. Like that to start. And then you will add another jump ring here in the center. And then whatever jewel thing you're looking for. So I'm actually going to pull my mystery bead scoop over here. Just see if I can grab a random. So I thought maybe I would have one more. Woohoo! I found another one. See, I'm telling you, they come in the mystery bead scoop thing. Some of them. But I stole 3 out of there, so I don't know how many other ones are in there, but if you get one of those bad boys. I needed a bit of a longer jump ring. I don't know if I have another 45 here, but let's see if the tiny jump ring will be long enough for this. Slide that in between the 2 paddles on the jump ring that's holding the paddles together. Slide your abalone or whatever bead that you're looking to accomplish. And then grab my other pliers. Close it up. And we'll see how that sits. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about with needing just a bit of that longer one. So the JR45s are perfect for this. So it will hang just below these 2, but you can see that it's kind of on top of both of the sides. So either you can file down the sides of your abalone or just use a JR45 to get that nice center in between. But this will be another one of the giveaway items. But so easy. Oh, that one looks pretty. Look at that abalone right there. Oh, I love it. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. There you go. You could do earrings and a necklace set. Something like that. Let's scroll down the comments here. Oh, of course, Stephanie. So you guys are able to buy those ear wires again. For sure. Kill beans. So that one's done. And I love it so much. We'll do a look at the end. Get that out of here. And get my giveaways on the other side. So the hoop pack is cart 105. Hi, Carmen. Yes, the abalone is perfect. Would you be able to paint a blank to look like abalone? That's actually a really good idea. You probably could if you use the iridescence and the metallics.
The pearl iridescence.
Yeah, maybe that's something that the design team could do. Because Mackie's really good about figuring out like color sequences like that. I'm okay at it. I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm the best at it, but that might be a really good suggestion for them to say like, hey, can you come up with a formula for the abalone? So the hoop pack is cart 105. And then I'm going to bring up that leaf pack one more time, and that is cart 104 for those earring components. So pretty. I love them. All right. So that seems about good for that piece. Getting in my fun spirits here. Let's do our connector packs next. So we'll probably start off with the one, because this will go with our rivet pack. These are adorable, you guys. These are so adorable. I love them. I love everything today. I do have a favorite, but the favorite's not going to show up till the end, but these are absolutely stunning. Let's bring up our dragonfly pack. 20 pieces for $20. These are adorable. These are the princess dragonflies. They're so teeny tiny, and they do have an onyx patina or paint to them to kind of bring out the wings. But if you added a little bit of iridescent to the wings, perfect. Chef's kiss. I started watching a chef show. Oh, by the way, you guys, you need to go to Aldi's today.
Oh my gosh.
They have this Italian bread. It's a take to bake. You throw it in the oven for 10 minutes, and it's so good. I ate half a loaf to myself the other day, and then Ian had a quarter of it, and then I stole the other quarter of it and took it to work so he couldn't have any more, and then it was mine. But I did split it with Uncle Doug here.
Shared with me.
Gave him a little piece of it.
It was delicious.
I got the heel part, though, the best part. So good. Alright, so these are super adorable. The little dragonflies we will revisit in our super layered necklace with all the cutesy charms. And then we're going to bring up one of the connector packs, which we will visit once again for another pair of earrings. But this is going to be using these connectors vertically, and then the other earrings are using this connector horizontally. Not to mention, I know you guys have seen me do it a few times here, but using connectors as parts of chain. These would be stunning. Oh, you guys don't have all these? No. Maybe you can order it. You can probably order it. It's so good. It's like $4. It's so good. All right, so these connectors would also make phenomenal chain, not full replacements, but what would you like inserting this instead of chain? Like, what would I...
Substitute?
Yeah, substitute like a few links of chain for these connectors. It's amazing.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Substitute the chain links with that.
Yes, exactly. They also, so the only reason why I went to Aldi's was to get the German potatoes, because those are so good too, but they didn't have any of those left, but I couldn't leave without the bread, so...
Couldn't get the German potato, so we went for the French bread.
Oh, yeah. No, it's Italian.
Oh, it's Italian bread.
Italian bread. Would Winco have the bread? I've never heard of Winco.
Do you have a brand? Does it have a brand name on it?
So I know we have the recipes group chat for Vintage. I will make sure that I send a photo of the brand of bread in there because it's so good. All right. So I'm also going to bring out the rivets next. So these are the rivets that I use all the time. These are like the only rivets that I use. Yes, Sherry. So cart 108, 150 pieces for $18. These are the hollow center with the closed head here. If I can get it flipped around. Maybe I can hold up two at the same time. There we go. Hollow center, closed head. These are my favorite rivets to use. You have to order these. I use them for everything. Yes, Karen, that's probably the same bread that I get, and I just can't get enough of it. So good.
Yeah, Aldi's. Yeah.
Someone has the best chocolate cake, but that's too bad. I'm allergic to chocolate, so I can't have that.
Bring it in. I'll eat it.
Uncle Doug will eat it, though.
Yep.
All right, so now you're able to purchase these rivets. So get on that, especially because they're on sale. Why not? And you get so many pieces. Okay, now the rivets are used in the same way as the eyelets. So the rivets are closed, so you can't, put a jump ring through. But the rivets are nice here because they keep the dragonfly from swinging around. It is one piece together for these. Actually, I'm going to twist it back. Swinging around freely. You can move it if you want to, but it's not going to move by itself, if that makes sense. Unless you really, really have a super, super windy tornado. No, just kidding. They won't even do it for that. You have to forcefully do it. So I'm going to take my awl here, and I'm going to stretch out my connector loops big enough to fit my rivet. I use my nails here to clip one side of the metal and then to push down on the other side, and then I twist like this. That sounds like you're describing men. Peggy! You're so funny. There was a video I'd seen the other day where this girl was on, those train cars where you can pedal yourselves and it moves the train car. She was on something kind of like that, but she wasn't able to pedal or go any faster. It's kind of like a roller coaster thing. And there were two bears that ran out from the woods. And the bears paid no attention to her. I mean, they looked at her, but they didn't come up to her and be like, how you doing? Or didn't try and come after her. And then people were in the comments saying that's why women would always choose the bear over the man, which I thought was absolutely funny. So stretch out those loops for your component loops. Make sure you got enough room for those rivets. So funny. Alright, so now I'm going to take my dragonfly here, and let's see if my loophole is big enough. Now, sometimes you have to do it a couple times, because I don't want to overstretch it, but I think I need to stretch it just a bit more before I can get it over that rivet. I need to make little marks on my awl here to tell me when to stop pushing through, dependent on the size of rivet or eyelet that I'm using. I think I just need to hold it up while I'm sliding it on here. Oh my goodness, still a little bit bigger. I thought I was getting pretty close there. You can also use your pliers, so if you don't have nails, which I know I've gotten that comment a few times where ladies don't have longer nails, you can use your pliers to push it down. Let's see now. Come on, dragonfly. This one just doesn't want to go on the rivet. Let me maybe try a different dragonfly here and see if that helps. It's such a small piece that you really just have to work that hole. Work it. That might be big enough now. Okay, I got it through. So you're going to push your dragonfly down to the base of your rivet there. And then you're going to do the same thing. I don't know if my loop is big enough for my connector yet. Nope. So I'm going to make my connector loop a bit bigger. Use my thumb. Thumbnail's a bit stronger than the rest of my nails. Go back to my pointer. Oh, I'm so close. So close, so far away. I'm gonna grab my other awl here and see. Because my other awl, I clipped off the first side of it, so it might be a little bit easier. There we go. For me to squish it down. Oh my goodness. It's like right there. I don't want to bend my piece though, so. Almost. That should be good. Come on, Corian. There we go. Nice. So that slides on. Take a drink. Of my Coke. I am going to trim just a tiny bit of this rivet. Just a tiny bit. Because I still need enough to mushroom over top of my connector. And by tiny, this is what I mean by tiny. Hold on. If I can get it stuck from out underneath my nail. Jeez. There we go. Just a tiny bit of the rivet is coming off. Almost. Pam, that's actually funny. Almost, because I'm using my awl. I was almost there how many times? Aw, yay! So I'm going to swing this over here. Probably come down a bit closer so you guys can see how the rivet mushrooms. Because I know some people were saying they were having a little difficulty with riveting, so I want you guys to get a close-up. And it's too bad my the outside lighting is very overcast, so it's not bringing in a whole ton of natural light today, unfortunately. Be very, 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 very careful. This is a tiny dragonfly. But you need to come in next to your dragonfly with the round, small part of your hammer. Glide it against your finger, but don't go any higher than your finger because I don't want you, smashing your fingers or anything. So be very careful. I'm just going to slowly tap my rivet into a mushroom. Do it with my ring finger, or my middle finger. Oh, maybe I'll slip there. It's looking pretty good. I am going to come in with a little bit more of a clip on that rivet there. Because it looks like I sideways cut it a little bit. So right where it's coming up like that, I'm going to clip just a bit more of that off. What?
Smashed finger just go along with the hammering.
We don't like smashed fingers. I'm gonna cut this up here so I can make sure that I don't cut off my rivet. Because there's just a little bit of a slant that I want to get rid of before I finish riveting the rest of it. Look away. Just in case it flings anything. That's also why I like doing the rivets slow, so you can catch things like that. Alright, I'm going to bring out my hammer again. I'm going to finish this rivet up. Looking pretty good. I'm going to do it from the top a little bit too. I punch a hole in a credit card to measure the length of my rivet. Nice. That's a good tip. So then we have our dragonfly on our connector, and then attached to an ear wire. So easy, super cute. I'm going to flip back to this connector here. 20 pieces for $25. I need to get a teeny tiny hammer. I think I just have the 8-ounce and the 4-ounce ones, but a teeny tiny hammer would be very beneficial for doing riveting things like this. Let me get that off my screen there. Alright. Super cute. So easy. Could paint this with a little bit of iridescent and metallic. It would be gorgeous. So I'm going to pull these off, leave the connectors on, and pull the dragonflies off for now. We'll revisit the dragonflies in a little bit, but I'm going to bring on the other pair of earrings that I used. Now this is using that connector pack, but horizontally. So I'll come back up this way so you guys can see that. Once it focuses, or decides to focus, that is. In the meantime, I'm going to pull up my other connector pack. This is 20 pieces for $24. These are teeny tiny connectors. So small. But they have this like crotch hatch pattern that goes down the center, and it's open work, which is super cool. I have another one up here that we'll be playing with in these earrings. Still looking for that connection to better, so I'm going to pop another grape. I'm reading on the comments. Comment. I wish these would show up a bit better. I'm going to turn... I don't want a warm light. I'm going to maybe turn this down a little bit.
Yeah, Lisa uses a teeny hammer. Just makes teeny bruises then.
Yeah, teeny bruises. Teeny tiny bruises. Alright. So also extremely simple construction. Just adding some jump rings. I added these pyrite beads down here at the bottom, which I thought were super cute and kind of matched that global feel. There we go. Connection's looking good now. But I used 5 of the smaller connector pack, this cart 109, and then I used 1 of the connector pack that's a little bit larger for each earring. So you can definitely get a couple pairs of earrings out of the connector packs. Also, another great connector to use for substituting out chain, things like that. I did some wrapped loops here with the pyrite beads, which I thought were adorable. But it's just adding jump rings and piecing them together. So I'm not going to add the jump rings on this piece specifically, but I am going to zoom in here. I'm going to show you where each goes, and then wherever you need to make your connections is where your jump ring's going to go. So we're going to bring 2 up here to the top, and there's going to be jump rings on all of these loops. And I'm going to bring 3 down to the bottom and put them in each of the open work portions of the connector that we are doing horizontally. Oh, don't want to bump you. There we go. And then attached jump rings down there at the bottom, and then linked those with my beads. So easy. Just adding jump rings. There's no wrapping other than doing your wrapped loops which is a bit different. I hate when like notifications come up on this because then it blocks my view. Okay, and then our ear wire there at the top. So let's count how many jump rings we need. We need 1 for the connection from the ear wire to the earring piece, 2 for the top, so that's 3, 4, 5, 2 more connections, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you need 11 jump rings, and then your connectors, and then an ear wire, or 2, just for 1. Just double that if you want a pair. This would also be a cute
But if you
necklace.
only have one ear, then, you know.
That's true.
It's possible.
Or only one ear pierced, which I know some people do.
Single side, yeah.
Yes. So, also super easy. There are inspiration photos already available in vintageliveshop.com in the warehouse section of the shop there. All right. I'm eyeing this Kobe cheese with my wheat thins.
Go grab some.
I know, I might grab some as we switch over. I'm going to switch back to that other connector pack here quickly. Cart 107 is this connector pack, which I'll do another close-up of. I love it. So pretty. And then cart 109 is our other connector pack. So here's a close-up of that one. So it's got like that crosshatch open work action to it. These are so pretty though. I'm gonna pop those up, and don't forget we'll do our look at the end. Alright, we're gonna bring those dragonflies back for... We're actually cruising through this live today, you guys. We are cruising. Alright, because I only have 2 necklaces left. And it's just nice because everything's mostly just super simple connections. It's just finding the right pieces to go together. Which that's my job. So you don't have to do that. I got stuck. As I was pulling it up, I was going to do this like really cool like slow-mo pull up for the necklace. And then it got, I think my turquoise bead got stuck in between the tile frame that I'm using. My stick tile background. Alright. What did you guys think about this one? I know some people say they really like dangles. Some people aren't like super fanny of dangles, but every so often I like to do some with and some without. So I'm going to do like a big... There we go. So that's the full necklace. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. So let's throw on this big leaf first. Leaf pack, part 110. This is a solid brass leaf. I'll put those in the center for now. As we bring it up for the close-up. You guys are amazing. We'll do some comments while we're here. So this leaf is incredible. We sell it in natural brass for sure. I'm not sure if we typically sell this in solid brass. The ladies, and for my stash review, they are getting a natural brass version of this in their stashes. So actually, I think that would be gorgeous, the natural brass one. Hold on. Let me grab one. I do have some stock of it. So maybe I'll add natural brass listing maybe for Wednesday's live, and I'll find another way to I'll find another way to design with it. But this is the natural brass version. There we go, once it loads. So we got the natural brass version and the solid brass version, which I think both are absolutely stunning and both would be amazing painted. Just with all the vines and all the detail that you have on these leaves, it's just insane. Literally insane. I find it absolutely stunning. So I'm just going to put this over top of this other leaf. Maybe we'll make the natural brass version available next Wednesday, just to kind of see what it would look like. Sorry, I have to pop up some comments before we get down there. Woohoo! Alright, looks like it is a stunning showstopper. Look at that with natural brass even! Whoa! The natural brass with the solid brass chain is still gorgeous. I was thinking that maybe I would just have to do solid brass because it would match the solid brass chain, but even the natural brass looks so cool. So we'll do natural brass leaves next Wednesday, so you guys can look forward to that. But the solid brass ones, love those. It's just so bright. It's so bright and so eye-catching. The natural brass is a bit more muted, which it's still gorgeous, but the solid brass just brings it out. Brings it out, brings it out, brings it out. Yeah, maybe we'll do the mouse and squirrel charms Wednesday too. So if you guys have like any suggestions on what you or requests on things that you need or have been looking for, maybe I can pull those out. It would help me because I have such a short time. I literally have Monday and Tuesday morning to make sure I have everything designed for Wednesday, to be able to give you guys a pre-order on Tuesday night. So if there's things that you're looking for, please just type them out in the comments because it would help me so much, especially with how much is going on this week. You guys just fill up my comments or send suggestions to the warehouse email. Whatever you need, let me know. You guys know I listen to y'all. Alright, so we'll put solid brass over there. Next, oh, my all ruined my perfect chain oval. Dang it. Now it's not as beautiful. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so gotta bring up the next one here, which we have offered before. This is the dragonfly pack that we offered with those earrings earlier. So I'm gonna give you guys another sneak peek at those. Those are solid brass with the onyx patina to them. These are the earrings that we made. So cute. So that's cart 106. And then we need to bring out those ladybugs. I am so excited for these. I love them. They're so cute and so tiny. They are pewter based, but they are copper antique plated. These are stunning. Stunning, and it's perfect for spring and summer and fall. So we're just getting into spring here, so make sure you grab these for your markets as well. Ladybug pack, cart 111. Aren't those adorable? They're so cute. I'd rather have ladybugs than those orange beetles and things like that.
I like them in brass. They don't crawl.
Yes, yeah. So cute.
Are those copper?
They're copper, yeah.
I like them
antique copper though, so they have like a little bit of that brassy look, like that bronzy. But look at the detail in the. There we go. It's got its little legs coming up.
They don't stink. They don't leave dots behind
right
on the windowsills.
Little legs there. Got your little polka dots. And then this is what the back looks like. These are so cute. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. And I bet you a lot of people will say that they love ladybugs because you don't see them as often as you do those orange and yellow beetles.
Asian beetles.
Those Asian beetles. We want the ladybugs because we're ladies who like bugs. Some bugs. I don't like too many bugs, but I do like bugs and insects like dragonflies and ladybugs. Yeah.
Seeing some
so
video likes
cute.
go up. Remember to get your likes in.
Yes. Don't forget your loves.
Your
Thanks
loves.
for remembering
Sorry,
me that.
loves.
No, you're fine. I might as well bring out the thing real quick. Remember about the giveaway at the end of the live. Kentucky loves cicadas this year. Haha. Stinks to stink. Didn't we have ours like last year or the year before that?
Last year.
So freaking cool. Love that. So don't forget about the giveaway at the end. You just have to love the live by the end of the live, and then we're going to randomly select somebody. And as long as you place a one product order by Monday morning, by the time I start getting orders together and things like that. So, which we typically ship on Mondays. Now this next week is going to be a little crazy. All right. So I said that we'll probably ship Tuesday and Friday, which I'll have Kieran will have everything he needs like laid out for packing and things like that and filling the orders. And I asked if it was okay for the stashes to ship around then too.
So
they said it would be fine. And two
stashes,
warehouse sales.
2 warehouse sales,
yes.
and what about the
the loot?
Warehouse loot.
That's not shipping until the 19th.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 warehouse sales today and Wednesday, along with the vintage stash, are shipping next week. I talked to the backstage pass ladies yesterday, and they said it was fine. We just have a lot going on, and there's only going to be Doug and Kieran here.
Yeah, so if you have other orders you want to get in for retail or wholesale items, place those right away too, and we can combine them all on the shipping.
Aren't we running like a 25% off retail sale, like site-wide?
There's an active sale right now. I'm not
Go check out the retail site or wholesale site and check out the sales that we're running this time around. Make sure I get my dragonflies up there and not off to the side quite yet. All right, super easy construction yet again. So maybe we'll do the leaf first because we need to make a loop with your stem. Okay. Yes, you guys are amazing for being so understanding with everything going on. Just too much. And we have such a small team. Oh, the last day for that sale is today.
Get it going.
Vintage, which I'm assuming that's probably Jean. Would you mind putting what the discounts are per site so they know how much they can get discounted for the rest of today?
25% off site-wide.
Oh, yeah. 25% off site-wide. So that's almost everything, right?
Yeah, there's probably
except
some exclusions.
Tools.
Tools will be an exclusion, I think. Tools and maybe some supplies.
And, that's right, I forgot Jean. Ainsley and Jean have a product release for Monday. And Ainsley is going to go over things like that on Monday during her live. Yes.
A lot going on.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much going on tomorrow or next week. So I brought my loop. Not good for tools or wire. Thank you, Peggy. All right. So I made my loop behind my leaf, which I'm going to see if I can introduce this chain. Because I don't know how much I have of it, but this chain is absolutely stunning, and I think I might be able to introduce it in maybe this next warehouse sale. So I have a solid copper chain that we have antiqued. So it's literally antique copper chain in this style. I'm almost positive, and I might be able to release that during the Wednesday live. This is that chain. How do you get to that site? I forgot. Vintage just uploaded a link. Antique paint set, maybe? There's a whole bunch of stuff that they're going to be releasing. You guys are going to love it. And all the finished designs are amazing. Cool. So, extremely easy construction once again. This chain is unsoldered. So you can open and close the links. So I didn't add any jump rings to my little charmy parts here that are coming down. Those are just linked direct to the chain, which keeps it very... What's the word I'm looking for? I did this last time too. Seamless. I got it faster that time.
See your
in my little listy list. You can see that same thing on this side, just chain direct to little charmy charms, and I used the same chain to drop down as I did going around the necklace there. For this one, I did add a jump ring. Now, make note of this, where you see my jump rings, okay? So I have a jump ring going through 2, but I'm missing the center one as being a connection to that jump ring, if that makes sense. So the center link of my chain, if I can get a better view of that center link of my chain that's right above that jump ring there is not attached to my jump ring. The only chain links that are attached to my jump ring are on either side of that center chain link there. So the jump ring goes behind like that. Oh, I pulled a little too hard.
What's chain style? Is this 35?
No, this is a chain that I don't have available yet. I said I would release it Wednesday, probably. This is, might be CH002, maybe. But I have to double look on that again. So we do not have this available right now, I don't think. At least not in the solid copper that I'm going to release. So, then our leaf comes down. We had a hole punch there down at the bottom. I found a chunk of the turquoise there in my mystery bead scoop bin. I swear that's where I'm grabbing all of my little beads and cabochons and things like that I use. I just pull them straight from that bin. We need to make a hole punch here at the bottom of our leaf, back to front. Just like that. And then I did a wrapped loop with a jump ring for my piece of turquoise. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yet another very extremely easy construction. Just taking chain links, opening and closing those to attach our charms. Making a wrapped loop out of our stem for our leaf. There we go. Hole punching the bottom of our leaf to swing our little bead from. And then that's about it. So yet another extremely easy construction, but it's so pretty and it just pops. And we'll show what that looks like on. You guys notice I'm not wearing a hoodie today?
I did notice.
Well, I was earlier. I packed my little cardigan thing in my laptop bag so I would have something to swing over because sometimes it gets a little chilly. But I couldn't wear my bright orange hoodie to show my jewelry today. Otherwise, the orange reflects very badly over the solid brass specifically. It turns it orange. All right. So that's all we got for that one. I'm going to bring up that leaf pack one more time since that is our main focal, part 110. And I'm going to pull this off, and then we'll pull up the Dragonfly pack and the Ladybug pack here in a moment. Ladybug pack is cart 111. And then our Dragonfly pack is cart 106. Nice. Alright, and then we have one more necklace left. And we are looking like we're on time. Nice. And then we'll do our look and then our giveaway. So fun.
This is the awesomeness.
Yeah, this is the awesomeness. This is the awesomeness. I'm gonna do like a move that chain that way. Make it look like a river. Make it look like a river. Okay. What was funny about that?
Don't quit your day job now.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna be a nighttime singer. Go to the little.
You can be a shower singer.
A shower singer. I do. I listen to music when I shower. I have like an Alexa, and I made sure that the camera is always covered for whatever reason, and it's on the top of my shelf that goes over my toilet. But I just blast
music.
Just get a
Bluetooth speaker. You don't have to worry about all the snooping.
No, but I love being like, "Hey Alexa, can you play blah 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 blah?" And then I just jam out.
She says, "No, but I can tell everybody in the world your address and that you're showering right now."
Right? I know. Alexas are crazy. But they're so fun to have around. Alright, I need to do another green grape.
That texture on the pendant focal, this looks so cool. It's almost like tortoiseshell, almost.
Yeah.
An ancient gong.
So, we have offered this frame pack before. It's just another way to use it. It's filigree. Oh, Doug, that was cruel.
Well, I didn't use Alexa.
That's true.
I'd never use those things.
Oh, I'm a car singer too, Lynn.
Yeah.
I am.
I'm a car head bobber.
Alex head bobs. There was a time where Alex didn't have like Bluetooth or something, so he would have his headphones in when he was driving. My radio in my Jeep works, but my radio in my VW stopped working. So I can't listen to music in that car, but I can listen to it in my Jeep. So that's why I've been driving my Jeep lately. Alex
is my son. One of my sons.
Oh, Monica.
What's she say? Blah, blah, blah. Alexa.
Because she's listening to what I'm saying, and when you say, like, hey, Alexa,
I know,
it activates it.
Hey, Alexa, shut down.
Yeah. Tell me a joke. You can do that, too. All right, so this is that